Good afternoon, football fans. You are live. Third down with Morgan Holder. I am the best one. I'm Morgan. Are you going to laugh? Okay.
Okay, best one. I'm Morgan. I'm Holder, and welcome to our show. And hopefully, we will stay cuss word free today.
I can try. Depends on how you get through my skin today. All right. I'm going to start it off strong by my shout-out. I want to give a shout-out to Undisputed with one of the greatest tight ends ever in Shannon Sharp. First Take with the best sports analyst and Stephen A. Smith. And Good Morning Football, the best breaking news football show out there.
That's it?
That is it. What are you talking about? It's the only shows. I don't know what you're talking about.
I got one for you, and I know you're going to put him on your shout-out.
I doubt it, but go for it, big guy.
Anyway, I send my shout-out to the Pivot with Super Bowl champion safety Ryan Clark and the boys. Speak for yourself with Nacho and Joey Taylor and get up and greet it. And a special shout. Oh my God, I should have done this a long time ago. Special shout out to Pat McAfee and the Pat McAfee show.
I forgot about Pat McAfee. I really forgot about him. You know why I forgot about him? Because he went to wrestling. That's how I forgot about that guy. He is not even cool right now. He went to do that fake ass stuff. Anyways, he went to that fake wrestling. Nobody cares about him. Love football for fake pay. Anywho, Holder.
He retired.
What?
He retired, and now he's on to easier money, I guess.
Easier money than doing commentary for fake stuff. Oh my God, he got the chair. That's a fake hit. Anyways, Holder, you know what this is, don't you? This week we're on to the last division of the AFC and last division of NFC. What do you think about that?
Are you sure we covered all the divisions?
We cover all of them. We're on to the last one, big guy.
That was pretty fast.
It was.
Yeah, I can't believe we're here already. So
I know. I mean,
these two divisions have a lot going on. It could be a changing of the guard.
Any day now, it could change for either division. You are right. You're right. I'll right to do this to you, but I'm going to start off with the AFC North. AFC North. That division is wild. But you know that division more than I do because you're a Pittsburgh fan. So I want to get your take. I want to get your take on that division. How do you think that division is going to play out?
The division has been close for the last few years, with the exception of, I think Cleveland is going to be doing anything this year.
Cleveland got
being competitive.
Cleveland got a good defensive tackle. They got Tomlinson from the Vikings. He's pretty good.
And
okay,
what they get him for?
He was a free agent. They signed him. We had
desperate.
The what?
They had to be desperate.
He's good. It's what desperate. You're just a hater. I'm not a Browns fan.
He's good. You let him go.
We're at clear cap space. We had a lot of things to do. You're just a hater. I'm not a Browns fan, but I think it's a good move for them. And did you say that the race, like the division's been close for years? Because this year, Cincinnati won. It wasn't even close. They smoked everybody out of the water.
No, it's been close for years. I'm talking as a collective, not 1 year.
Okay. I just want to clear that up. I don't want fans to get confused. So let me ask you. I know Pitts made some moves. I know Cincinnati made some moves, but let me take your take on Pittsburgh because that's your favorite team. Patrick Peterson. He went to the Pittsburgh Steelers for 2 years. Your take on that?
Well, he's 1,000 years old.
He is not 1,000 years
But
old.
so is Joe Hayden when they got Joe Hayden, Cleveland. And he wants to play for Pittsburgh. I mean, his cousin is Darren McFadden, who used to be a Pittsburgh Steelers cornerback. So I was watching his interviews, and he's pretty stoked about going to Pittsburgh. He said he's always wanted to play for Pittsburgh, so maybe he'll come in with some extra motivation.
You know,
and hold down that one side of the field, and hopefully we'll get a good cornerback in the draft.
I can tell you right now, with Patrick coming over there, don't play zone because on zone he gets beat up. Man to man, he's good coverage, great coverage man to man. It's just that zone defense gets beat up. And
well, we do play zone, so.
But maybe.
Fortunately, we have a good safety. Where you guys didn't have a great safety like Minka Fitzpatrick.
Hold on, time out. Harrison Smith is one of the greatest, if not the greatest.
He's not better than Minka Fitzpatrick.
He is better.
Oh, you're insane.
No, you are insane.
You're insane. We're not even talking about the NFC North, okay?
Hold on.
Just
time out. You just said here. Whew. Okay, go ahead. Hold on. I almost had a heart attack. You need to put that flash down over there too. By the way, I smell the alcohol in your breath.
He must be what is he, a strong safety?
He is.
Free safety?
He's a strong safety. SS.
Well, that's why. Minka Fitzpatrick is a free safety.
Oh, I see you put that flash down now.
Anybody that would have heard what's his face, Minka would have picked off. So whoever your free safety is terrible.
Our free safety, ours got hurt last year, broken leg.
Well, whoever stood in for him is terrible.
Yeah, he is.
If he let Patrick Peterson get burnt that many times without over the top help, then I don't know, dude. He won't have that problem in Pittsburgh. So we can play zone.
So right now with your layout of your roster, do you think Pittsburgh's going to be winning that division, or do you think it has to go deep in the draft?
I don't know. I gotta wait and see because we need a good middle linebacker. We need a superstar linebacker.
So what about Bobby Wagner? Because Wagner got released. Do you think y'all go get him?
I know that Pittsburgh they haven't been moving on any big names. I mean, they had a chance at Edmonds. I think Wagner is better than Edmonds. And Edmonds signed with who? Chicago or?
Yeah, he went to the Bears.
So Pittsburgh is not moving. Maybe they want to I heard they want to go after Van Der Esch. He's not the greatest. He used to be good before all of his injuries. But I think they either got to get somebody out of the draft because Bobby Wagner is the only one that's out there
that's the one I can think of. Unless they do some trading.
They're going to keep Miles Jack. I think they're keeping Jack.
He was good.
They signed Larry Ogunjobi, and I hope they don't re-sign Edmonds.
Now, Edmonds is still a free agent, correct?
Yeah, we only signed him for 1 year last year for dirt cheap because nobody else wanted him.
Do you think he's going to wind up?
They let him go out and test the market, and nobody wanted it. Maybe. And then they came back and said, well, the safety market isn't that great. Really?
He just sucks.
I remember when what's that guy from the Jets went to Seattle.
Oh, yeah. I can't think of his name. Abraham, yeah. Yeah.
And he got paid.
And he was he's better than Edmonds.
No, he's way better. He's way better. But I'm just saying, they're saying the market wasn't that great for safeties. But yet again, Abraham got paid because he was a good safety.
But so, I mean, but you being a Pittsburgh fan for all these years, you already know that they don't go after just a few handful of players. They want the best for the long run. They don't want it for like 1 or 2 seasons.
Well, no, they don't. But if that was the case, they would have snagged Edmonds, or they would have had Bobby Wagner already signed.
Well, see, here's my take on Bobby Wagner. I like Bobby Wagner. He's been in the league for 10+ years, maybe. Do you take a chance on that guy, maybe playing 2 years and retiring, or do you go after somebody in the draft? And I think that's what Pittsburgh's thinking about is the draft because young players, less money. I don't know. I mean, like I said, you've been a Pittsburgh fan for all these years. You might know more than I do.
Oh, I know that we have money in the cap to sign a big name, to sign a big name, but
then again, maybe
they want to take the cheaper route and see the problem with that is, hey, you got to draft somebody that's football smart, right? That can catch on fast to a complex defense, that can cover in space, and that's good against the run, right? So you got to take into consideration all of that when you're dealing with somebody from college, because, like you always say, it's two totally different levels.
It is. It is.
Because the game is a lot faster. But I think they're poised to give it a good run.
Do you think
they'll be competitive?
Do you think Pitt is waiting out and maybe of trading for the hopes of D Hop or Mike Evans? Do you think that's probably why they're not trying to draft, get big name
wide receiver
defense?
room, we're good wide receiver room. If they want to bring in Addison or something like that, that's fine. But I think our wide receiver room is.
You wouldn't want D Hop on your. You wouldn't want Kenny Pickett thrown to D Hop.
Nope.
I think that'd be a good.
D Hop wants money.
That's
we're
true.
Not spending that kind of money on a wide receiver that may last how long?
You're right. But what about Mike Evans? He don't want a lot of money. He just wants to win.
I don't think they're going. I think our wide receiver room is good. I don't think they're going to go after any wide receiver.
The next team. So let me, before I move on to the next team, let me ask you this question. Do you think Pitt right now with the roster they have can make it to playoffs?
I just said they will be competitive in winning the division.
But how? Okay, so how deep do you think they can make the playoffs?
They won't have a losing record. Put it that way.
How deep can they make it? How deep can they do the playoffs?
This question after the draft.
Okay. You hear that, guys? I got to ask Holder.
I will definitely
ask Holder.
Give you a firm yes or
no. So end of next month, Holder will give us a grasp on how far Pittsburgh can make it to the playoffs. So Holder, let me ask you a question. Since we're in a AFC North still, what's going on in Baltimore?
I don't know, and I don't really care because Baltimore. I was watching your boy Stephen A. And he was saying that Baltimore is letting all the other teams do their work.
Exactly.
While they're going to chop up these offers, Baltimore is going to sit back. They're saying Baltimore is going to match.
I don't think they are. I don't think they want to match. I think that's why.
I don't think they can.
That's why they gave him the option of shopping around other teams and making that draft pick. So hear me out when I tell you this, Holder. I believe his best fit, and I hate to say this, is not going to be AFC. I think it's going to be NFC. I'm saying the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders can have a lot of money. They have a really good cap space to get Lamar Jackson. They got some good wideouts. The defense is bulky. Why not give up 3 draft picks to get Lamar Jackson? If I was Washington.
What are you giving up? 3 first rounders?
That's what's going to have to be.
2 firsts and a third, a second.
You have to give up 3 first rounders. That's what Baltimore pretty much tagged him with. Is like, hey, if you want him, we'll get 3 of your first round picks.
Okay, so maybe 3 years?
Yeah, I mean you could do.
Commanders the Commanders won't have a first round.
But you can always trade to get that too, though.
You can, but yeah.
I mean,
I don't know what the Commanders. The Commanders, are they ready for Lamar Jackson? Like, do they have weapons for Lamar Jackson?
Definitely.
Do they?
I mean, they have.
Give up.
They have a good cap space is pretty good over there. Cap space is pretty good. They have they got Brian Robinson Jr., who's one of the youngest running backs. He's gonna be good. He's young. He's 23. He was a rookie last year. He's gonna be good. They have Dotson over there. They have McLaren over there. I mean, this wideout core and running back core is gonna be really good with Lamar. That's what he needs. He needs to be surrounded with this team.
They started playing well the second half of the season. I think they were playing. What was his name? Higby.
Yeah, and they beat Philadelphia. Even with Hurts playing, they beat Philadelphia.
Yeah. And with Chase coming back,
man,
that might make a difference too. I mean, I like Washington, but I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan either, but
they are another up and coming team.
Because I don't think Baltimore's going to trade or let Lamar Jackson go to the Colts or go to Houston. And that's two teams I was thinking outside the box. But I'm like, you know what? Washington Commanders be another good team that you can go to outside of the AFC. As well as I don't know how this can happen, but Lamar Jackson going to the 49ers.
Well, if that happens.
I mean, would you
Brock Purdy's leaving.
But would you have to give up Nick Bosa and maybe Christian McCaffrey, or would you give up some draft picks? That's the question.
I'd give up some draft picks. I wouldn't let those two go.
I'm with you. Draft picks and maybe Brock Purdy or even Trey Lance.
I'd keep, Purdy did so good. I'm sure he'd go high on the market if he was out there. Lance, I don't think anybody would be interested in Lance. I could be wrong, though. But if Lamar went there, who would you rather have, Purdy or Lance?
To back up Lamar, I would rather take Trey Lance just because I already know Brock wants to leave. If Lamar Jackson comes over, Brock wants to leave. Brock showed that he could be a franchise quarterback.
Oh yeah.
So why not? And if you trade Brock, you might not have to give up 2 first round or 3 first rounders. You might be able to give up 1. Give him up and maybe a second rounder.
Oh man.
I mean,
Brock in the AFC North.
I mean, to me, and Holder, correct me if I'm wrong. I've been watching football since I can remember. Baltimore's never really paid no players. Why will they start now paying a player? Ray Lewis, they didn't pay him as much that he wanted, and he was a hell of a football player.
Well, you got to figure Baltimore is the old Cleveland Browns.
That's true.
Right? So they got the 1 Super Bowl because of the defense, right?
Right, man. I remember that. They got 2, by the way. They got 2 of Ray Lewis because they beat the Giants and then they beat 49ers. But both are because of defense.
Are you sure they beat the Giants? Because didn't oh no, you're right. Because I'm thinking about that catch that the tight end had over the middle against his helmet, but that was playing against New England.
That was against New England, yeah. Yeah, because I mean that Ravens defense at that time when they beat the Giants, they had Ed Reed, they had Ray Lewis. I can't remember who the quarterback was. Was it? But yeah, I mean,
no, it was
and they had Jamal Lewis at the running back. Was it Trent Dilfer?
Trent Dilfer beat the Niners, right?
No. That would be Joe Flacco.
Wasn't that when did the lights go out?
That was when they played against 49ers.
Baltimore and
49ers.
San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
And your boy was the quarterback, that brother.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, he was the quarterback. So that was Flacco?
Yeah, that was Flacco.
Wasn't that Super Bowl before the Giants Super Bowl?
No, because you got to think the Giants won against New England in 2008 with when Randy Moss played with New England, and then 2010.
I'm gonna have to look that one up.
That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing right now. So they won in 2013 against the 49ers, and in 2001 against the Giants. 34-7.
01.
01.
So that had to be different. 01.
01, I am looking up. Yeah, because that's
because they had Shannon Sharp.
They did have Shannon Sharp.
It wasn't Lewis the running back.
He was the running back.
And Rod Woodson was their safety.
All right, so quarterback in that time was Elvis Grbac. Gerback.
So I thought Dilfer won a Super Bowl.
Maybe for the, you know what? The Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks.
No way.
I'm pretty sure. But I'm pretty sure I thought he won with this team right here. Maybe he came out as a backup. I don't know.
I thought he won a Super Bowl with Baltimore because of that defense. Because I remember Elvis Gerback.
Because I mean,
Flacco won one. So somebody, I don't know, because Shannon Sharp won a Super Bowl in Baltimore.
Yeah, it was this team right here, 2001.
I think Dilfer was the quarterback.
I think Dilfer might have came. I think he might come as a backup.
Oh man, that's a good trivia. Any of our listeners that might know the answer to this, hit us up and let us know because I'd like to know.
I definitely want to know.
Curious.
Definitely, because I mean, I'm looking at it, and even Todd Heap was a tight end over there with Sharon Sharp.
Yeah.
And then Ishmael was a wide receiver.
They didn't have a bad team. They were pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially that defense. That defense was loaded.
Oh man, was they? Yeah, I want to. That.
I don't know. Are they cheap in the pocket?
Man.
They didn't give Ray Lewis a big contract?
No. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even Jamal Lewis, that's why he left Baltimore, because they didn't give him, even though Ray Lewis stayed, Jamal Lewis left because they didn't give him the big money that he wanted. He was a hell of a running back.
Oh, yeah, he had a 2,000-yard season with them.
So, I mean, this ain't Baltimore's first thing of not giving out money like they should.
Well, and then again, like you said, they really never give their quarterbacks, weapons either.
That's true. That is true. I don't know, because that roster I was leading on, they had some good receivers. I mean, it was young receivers, but they had some good receivers.
Yeah, they had some good receivers when they won Super Bowl.
But not now. Not even Joe Flacco. Even Joe Flacco's there.
Defense was what made that team.
That's true. Even Joe Flacco's.
Yeah, you're right. I don't, they haven't done anything in free agency yet.
Nothing.
I haven't seen them do anything. I have to go online and check to see what all the teams are doing in the North. The AFC North, but
I haven't seen.
Chicago is making major moves.
Yes, they are. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Uh, Cincinnati, they went 12-4 this past season. They got the first, they won the AFC North. Do you think that's going to be changing up next year? Do you think they're going to fall off because they haven't made no big pushes either? They lost tight end Hayden Hurst. They lost him.
Who are we talking about again? I'm sorry, I was on looking at these ratings.
Oh, hold on, give me 1 second. Something just came across my phone. Holder, did you see this? You see Juju going to the Patriots for 3 years on a $33 million contract?
No, I didn't, but good for him, and who cares? But obviously, he wasn't that big of an impact for Mahomes. Mahomes didn't fight to keep him.
No. The Bengals. We saw the Bengals. My bad. We saw the Bengals of how they haven't done anything either. They went 12-4 this past season, won the AFC North. Do you think that they could do the same thing, even though they lost their tight end in Hayden Hurst? Hayden Hurst is going to the Panthers.
It'll be between Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. And so, I mean, it just depends on how Cincinnati starts off. They started the season slow like they did. I think they started pretty slow.
They did. They started off pretty slow.
Many games.
But, I mean, I honestly think the only team that started off hot was Baltimore, and then they just fell apart.
Yeah. They lost Hurst. They lost Pierre or P-Ryan go.
Yeah, he's going to the Broncos.
Jesse Bates. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they haven't done anything besides lose players.
Okay, let's go to the Panthers. That's insane.
So, what do you think that's going to hurt them at?
It depends on how they do in the draft, because they haven't really acquired anybody free agency that I can see. I mean, they still have players on their roster that they're trying to get rid of. Well, Eli Apple,
he's not bad. I mean, I would take him from Minnesota just to help out our cornerbacks, but he's not somebody that you'd be like, oh, man, I got to get him.
Yeah, I mean, he's solid, but he has his weaknesses, I don't know. It just depends on how they start. Like I said, I would probably be able to call it better after the draft to see what they do because, and then again, there's the mid-season free agency too.
Oh, definitely.
Where teams can make moves and, finish the season strong going into the postseason. But AFC North, it would be between Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
So, you don't think the Browns are going to make a push? Because you got to think Deshaun Watson was out for like 11 games. I mean, he's not a big factor because even when he played, they didn't win a lot. But
I think him missing the season and him having all this stuff over his head is still going to be a distraction for him. Because I think even though there are Browns fans, there are a lot of Browns fans that are women, right? That may feel a certain way about him being on the team. So he may get heckled going in and out of the locker room, off the field. So he's got a lot going on. And I think if he went anywhere else, which is not going to happen.
No, they got more money. It was like 200-some mil. So
he would catch a lot of flack.
So do you?
He didn't do that great. Like you said, he missed, 6 games?
He missed 11.
He missed 11 games?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he didn't do.
Even when he came back, he wasn't no factor.
He wasn't elusive. He wasn't the same guy. But then again, like you said, he wasn't allowed in the facility to train or anything while he was suspended. So he had to work out at home, I guess.
So before we move on to the next division, your take on your division. You said Pitt and Cincinnati's going to be fighting for that 1 and 2 spot.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And maybe both teams will make the playoffs next year, and they have to pay. I'm sure they have to pay off in the playoffs.
So between Baltimore and Cleveland, who do you have in last place in that division?
Depending on their circumstances, I would say Baltimore in last place.
I have to agree with you, and I hate to say that. I hate to agree with you, but I have to agree with you on that one because we don't know the situation over there in Baltimore. We don't know what's going to happen with Lamar Jackson. We don't know if they're going to give him any help. If they do keep him, we don't know if
nobody's talking about Huntley. Nobody's mentioned Huntley's name.
He's still out there
throughout this whole ordeal, right? I mean, they're not saying, well, he did a pretty good job of filling in while I was hurt, blah. You know, now he's got some starts under his belt. He knows what to expect. Get him in the film room, but nobody's talking about what kind of quarterback he can be, or if anybody else would be interested.
I mean, if I was Baltimore, I would do some willing and trading. I would trade him, and you got to think Baltimore also let go of one of their defensive ends, you know. So, and he was a big factor. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting.
Baltimore will fall in last because I don't know who they lost to the free agency. Baltimore.
It was they cut Campbell, and then
it wasn't a big deal.
And they lost. I mean, you know, some offensive line people.
They cut Calais Campbell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That dude, he blocked field goals all the time.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, he's a big factor in that defense, and I can't believe they cut him. I don't know. I think Baltimore's going to fail.
But nobody's picked him up.
Nobody.
Peters. Kyle Fuller has fallen off.
He was really good when he played for the Bears, and I don't know what happened.
He has fallen off, man. I don't know. Like I said, Jason Pierre-Paul, he's getting older, but he's still effective.
Yeah, he come off that second, off the bench for somebody, you know, in a package or something like that.
Yeah, like Sammy Watkins, he's not.
He's not terrible, but he's not
terrible.
He's not
terrible.
He's not good.
You're right. Yeah, man. Yeah, unless they make some major moves in the draft, I don't think Baltimore is going to be ready to compete in the division.
No.
But that NFC North, I don't know about the NFC North, man.
Man.
You know, after tonight's show, you're not going to be able to sleep because I'm going to grind you into the mud.
So here we go about that, man. Like, since we're moving on to the NFC, man, I don't know what to say right now. It's gonna be
Of course you don't.
It's gonna be a very, very different outlook. I'm gonna start off with my team. I hate to do this, but I'm a Minnesota Viking fan. I'll start with my team. I don't want to save it for last. We'll save the better team in that division for last, and I'm gonna explain to you why I said they're gonna be better. Minnesota needs help, a lot of help. Offense, defense. I'm gonna start by why will they keep Kirk Cousins? Why? Was it because of money?
Well,
I mean, I don't.
He's your franchise guy.
They need to draft one, or honestly, they have what I would consider the most value assets to get Lamar Jackson. Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you trade Dalvin Cook in a first rounder for Lamar Jackson, I think Baltimore jump on it. And again, with Lamar Jackson and JJ, oh man, it would be killer over there. And we can keep Alexander Madison because he don't want a lot of money. We can keep him, start him. We'll be a threat on offense. Defense would need some moving different direction, but offense, I think we'll be unstoppable. So
Really?
yeah, if we had Lamar Jackson over there, oh man, well Justin Jefferson, and in our tight end we got T.J. Hawkinson. Yeah,
Justin Jefferson would never get the ball.
Yes, he would. Stop it. Stop it.
Lamar would be running all.
No, Lamar wouldn't have to run. He wouldn't have to run. He wouldn't have to run. He has two good receivers, or a good receiver and tight end, and we got KJ Osborne who could have breakout year last year. So stop it. JJ would get the ball.
Had a breakout game. Okay.
No. He had multiple games where he broke out over 100 yards, and I do believe Pittsburgh was one of them.
You're doing like Dallas fans did when what's his face?
Don't put me
played Tampa Bay.
Don't put me in that category.
And had that great game.
No.
KJ Osborne. KJ Osborne is good.
He had a breakout. Are you serious?
He had a good breakout game.
No.
You guys playing. I don't know. He just didn't do anything for me. I watched a couple of your games.
He had five games with over 100. In one game against the Colts, he had almost 170 yards.
Did he break 1,000 yards?
No, but he came close.
No.
But you got to think though. This was the second year. That was the second year. And he's playing alongside of one of the greatest receivers ever play the game.
Yeah, but on 4th and 8, your guy's throwing the ball 3 yards.
First of all, that's the quarterback. That's not. We're going to stop you right there. That's the quarterback doing that. That is the quarterback doing that, not the receivers.
Well, you were talking about that tight end you guys got was
T.J. Hawkinson. He is a monster.
He couldn't break a tackle and run for 5 more yards.
Did you see how many people was on him? There was people on him like flies on fly swatter.
Yeah, he was blanketed. He was blanketed pretty good, but yeah, I put that on your quarterback.
And I can't believe they signed him for another year. Like, let him go. Give it up already.
He didn't have a good backup plan. He
gave us
a good plan. I think they were just waiting to see if he was going to get you guys further into the playoffs.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He threw over 4,000 yards this year. Like, man.
But what does all that mean if you don't win the big game?
Exactly.
That's what I'm
saying. But on his behalf, he did get sacked 46 times this year. 46 times.
Is that him just being slow with his reads, or is that the offensive line?
I think it's both.
So you guys haven't made any moves with the linemen in free agency?
No. We made some moves on defense.
Where are you guys standing in the draft? What pick do you have in the first round?
Shoot, I want to say high 20s. I have to look at that.
High 20s. You had a better record than we did. We 17.
Yeah, but we made the playoffs, unlike Baltimore. I mean, unlike Pittsburgh. I'm gonna look it up right now. Why do you blame everything on Mr. Trubisky?
Because he's a effing waste.
We hold the 24th pick.
Man juice.
We hold the 24th pick. I was close. I said high 20s. We hold the 24th pick.
Yeah, I don't think any good quarterbacks would be left.
I mean, I like Richardson out of Florida. I think he'll still be there.
Do you really? mean,
Yeah.
like, I think the quarterbacks, I know for sure 4 of them will go before the 10th pick.
Oh yeah. You know what? Last year, I'm not going to say nothing because last year I said Kenny Pickett would get drafted over certain people, and yeah. So I'm not going to say.
You were killing me.
I'm not going to say nothing about this draft until it happens.
I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't. That's all you were saying. I can't see it. It's not going to happen. No way. And you said the same thing with Najee Harris.
I did. But we ain't talking about Pitt right now. But we talked about them already. So,
okay, what are you guys going to do with Dalvin Cook?
If I was Minnesota, I'll trade him because, like I said, Alexander Matheson, he's young. He don't want a lot of money. He wants to play. He wants to win, and I think he's better than Dalvin Cook. He's more durable.
Yeah, but I think Cook played more games this year than he did last year.
It's true, but is he going to keep it up for this year coming on? It's a question.
So you don't want to chase after Eckler.
And I would, but he just wants a lot of money.
Draft.
Eckler would want a lot of money.
So free up some money. Other teams are doing it.
Man, Minnesota they should have done it a long time ago, and they haven't done it yet.
So Minnesota needs to invest more money in the defense.
They got some good defensive players. I say the line, because we got some good defensive players right now.
The front or the offensive
Offense, and possibly get another freaking quarterback in there.
So you just lost Kendrick, and you don't need to replace him.
We did.
With who?
I'll tell you in a second.
With who? Some guy that would back Kendrick up if he was there.
We got Marcus Davenport. If you say who is Davenport, I'm gonna hang up on you, and we're not gonna do the show the rest of the time.
Davenport is not Kendrick, dude. You think he's better?
And I'm not gonna say he's better, but he's a better choice. He's a better choice than what's out there.
Better than Bobby Wagner.
For less money, yeah. Again, Minnesota didn't have a lot of money to work with.
Are you serious?
I am. Hey, on the bright side though, we got one. We have a good defensive back and Byron Murphy. He came from Arizona.
Yeah. But you guys haven't been active at all.
No, I mean we Minnesota's never active. They usually wait till after the draft to go after anybody.
Dude, I mean, I just see Davenport. He's the defensive end. You're gonna play in that linebacker?
No, I'm just saying we upgraded a little bit on defense with him. That's all I'm saying. Maybe in the draft we get a linebacker.
Man, you guys better start doing something because Detroit is coming. Okay.
You know what? I want to save that team for last because I want to say the best team for last. That team I want to say for last because I think that team's going to be better than any team in the NFC North.
So do you think Love is going to fill in if Rodgers leaves?
Roger already stated today. Roger said today on the Pat McAfee show that he wants to play for the Jets in 2023. If I was the Packers, I'll go ahead and start rebuilding. The question that you asked, do I think? I mean, he's going to have to. Who's going to replace?
Do you think he can carry that team into contention?
No. Negative. No. I mean, who they have over there? They lost Lazard or the wide receiver. They lost him.
They lost Lazard.
They lost, yeah, and possibly Randall Cobb. So no, that team needs to be rebuilding. They need to go ahead and draft everybody back. Go ahead and draft some receivers, quarterback. They need it all. They are done. Stick a fork in them.
It will take them years to get back up to that level.
Oh, definitely, especially with what's coming, because even not only is Detroit Lions making splashes, but the Bears are making splashes. So yeah, it's going to take years for Green Bay to even be a threat in that division. Minnesota better watch out, because if not, Minnesota, they might make the playoffs.
See how the Bears, with what the Bears have done so far.
The Bears had made a lot of splash. They got one of them.
It's going to be on the coaching staff.
Oh, exactly.
They made some good moves.
They did. They got DJ Moore from the Carolina Panthers. No. The only thing I don't like about the Bears, they lost Montgomery, the running back. They lost him. And they added a third-string running back from Seattle. I don't like that move. I don't. But on the defensive side, though, and like I always preach, defense wins championships. That defensive side, though, is something nasty.
Well, it could be something nasty.
That's true. They could be. If everybody says healthy, they could be nasty.
It could be. But,
I just think nothing against Justin Fields. He's a good guy, good quarterback. I just think they need to give him another weapon, because with DJ Moore, just one receiver. I think he needs another one over there.
Yeah, he does. Who's got Claypool? What are you talking about?
Claypool is not a number one receiver. We've seen that in Pittsburgh. I'm not a Bears fan, and that just made me heated.
Yeah, but see, that was supposed to be the hype deal, which worked out good for us. But, I mean, you never know. Change the scenery, quarterback.
And he did come over in mid-season, so maybe things might be different. Because,
I mean, if you got a guy like Davenport over there, right, drawing attention, that could free him up.
You say Davenport, don't you mean Moore?
Moore, DJ Moore.
I'm almost itching my head for like Davenport. That was on Minnesota, but
itching your head? You mean scratching your head?
Yeah, whatever, same thing, guy. But yeah, I'm like you.
DJ Moore. DJ Moore will attract attention in any secondary.
And you got to think about this too. The Bears do have some cap space, so if I was the Bears, and I'm a Minnesota fan, this comes from Minnesota fan, but I love football, and I like to see a good game. If I was the Bears, I will go after D-Hop or Mike Evans. That's me.
But it's not enough footballs. If you get either or plus DJ Moore and Claypool.
Claypool's gonna sit behind one of those guys. He can't. He have to be third string or something. He can't. DJ Moore is way better than.
Most teams run a 3 wide receiver set.
That's true, but is the Bears gonna be one of them?
I don't see why they wouldn't be. I mean, if you play the style of football that Fields is used to playing in Ohio State, pro football set, he had 3 wide receivers on the field majority of the time.
See, because I remember we talked about this a lot. I don't see a lot of teams doing I formation, and I love the I formation.
Well, that's because it's fading out the linebacker. So there's only a handful of teams with fullbacks. I mean, only a few teams with fullbacks. But yeah, and I'm like you though. Fullbacks are cap hits, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
but
if a tailback has a good offensive line and a tight end, maybe you can send a tight end in motion.
Maybe.
Or pull a guard or a tackle. That eliminates the fullback.
Maybe.
Right? Because you got a big body and a tight end. Right? And then I feel like the fullback should be in play too, because I mean, look what Watt did. They should start playing Watt a long time ago, but you don't know who's going to get the ball in short yardage. If you
exactly.
have a tailback and a strong fullback,
even if you need 5 yards, say it's 2nd and 5, you got that fullback back there. He might get you 2 or 3. That means you might need 1 more yard.
And that too is they may not even be expecting him to get the ball.
Exactly.
They may be expecting the fullback to get the ball. And that's the element of surprise. That's what you do with a fullback.
So
I don't. You know what?
So let me ask you a question because we're talking about plays.
I'm going with this. I'm saying the Steelers should go out and get Mike Allstott, full amount of retirement.
The guy's like 60 years old. Something's wrong with you, Holder. So,
clear with your question, Morgan.
Wrap up with the Bears. Do you think the Bears has enough to be in playoff next year?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. They have more building to do. I think this is a big step. This is the platform or the foundation that they can build on.
I'm gonna stop you because I'm gonna talk about the best team right now in that division. Because I think Minnesota comes in third because the Bears are doing so much. I'm gonna say Minnesota's gonna be third, Bears will be second. But this team right here, the Lions, they're gonna be the team to watch out for because they made some major moves so far.
Dude, the Lions are gonna win the division.
I mean, look, I'm biased because I'm a Minnesota fan, but I have to agree with you. Yes, the Lions will. I mean, they're gonna be a threat. They're gonna be a threat for years to come.
The Lions are gonna win the division if they stay healthy.
If they stay healthy. I mean, they have Montgomery from the Bears to back up Swift. That defense. Oh, I don't want to get me started on defense because that defense is better than what was this year.
The defense is a beast.
Man,
I mean, oh my goodness, dude, that team is so stacked. Them and the Jets are the 2 teams from last season that made
big moves.
Not only big moves, but they only turned heads doing it. Right?
I thought Jacksonville was going to make some big moves, but they did not. Like you said, it was the Lions and Jets.
Jacksonville made a good push.
But nothing like the Jets and Lions.
The Lions and the Jets are, and you can add Jacksonville to those 2 teams.
I mean,
this season.
I mean,
teams can't take them lightly anymore.
I mean, they had Mosley who boosted that defensive back area. He played for Carolina. They also got Cam Sutton. He's not bad, but he's not good. But that David Montgomery back there in the backfield with Swift. Sutton's okay. Sutton's okay. Just because he don't play for the Vikings, so he's okay. Because he don't play for the Vikings, he's okay. I'm biased. Told you that.
Do I need to say AJ over there?
So,
are you serious, man? That dude is like Mike Hilton, right? We messed up. We let Mike Hilton go. I think.
Holder, you're not listening to me. Sutton's
all he did was strengthen Detroit.
Sutton's okay because he don't play for Minnesota, so he's just okay. I'm biased.
He strengthened Detroit, and you should be afraid of that.
I'm not afraid. No team over there because
quarterback.
You know what?
Isn't the most accurate guy in the league.
Shut up. But
I mean, I'm just saying.
You're right, though. I mean, Jared Goff has a good team, so it's on him, the coaching staff, if they don't make a big stride in postseason.
So let me ask you this, Morgan, since you're Mr. Bias. How many do you think Minnesota's going to split with Detroit?
Let me answer that question after the draft.
Because you were just talking about the Detroit defense. Do you think that Cousins?
Let me answer that question. Right. No more questions like that until after the draft.
Can Cousins stay upright?
After the draft. After the draft, I answer that question. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna give you a hint. If you can take this hint, yes. If not, I'm sorry. The Lions are gonna win that division, and they're gonna win it easily. Does that answer your question?
That's a bold statement. Easily, okay, win the division, I get it, but easily means Minnesota doesn't make the playoffs.
Minnesota will be in second place. They're going to make the playoffs. Barely, but they'll make the playoffs.
Well, that remains to be seen because we still don't know what your backfield is going to look like.
I mean, right now, yeah, you're right. You're right. But I'm still saying we're going to make the playoffs.
Who's your third wideout?
We have a lot of wideouts, man. Like I said, we had KJ Osborne because he was our third wideout. We had KJ, but I don't know who now.
He's your number 2.
But he's going to number 2 now, so I don't know who number 3 is going to be. And it's going to be Ruger. Or Rigger. My bad, Rigger. So, I don't know. I mean, we let go of Adam Thielen, which that was a long time coming. I think we should trade him. Could have got some picks, but.
Oh, that's a horrible.
I'm not the owner, nor am I the GM, so.
I know you felt like he wasn't as productive and he was a cat hit.
But here's my thing. He did so much for that community. He did so much for that community, and that kind of broke my heart. Like, he did a lot for that. He gave that community hope and life again.
Yeah, look what your team did to him.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We could have traded him. Like, but
it's a business.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. He's going to Carolina today, and he might sign with Carolina. It's a big maybe. And Carolina, but a good receiver, because if that's the case, Carolina has a good receiver on that field.
And maybe he's good, but Carolina, I don't think Carolina is poised to do anything major.
That's remaining to be seen. I don't know. I mean, they didn't do too bad last year.
Okay, so I'm sure they'll have a quarterback from the draft.
Well, they got Matt Carroll coming back. He was hurt last year. Oh, yeah. Corral. Okay, Matt Corral.
Matt Corral, but he didn't. I thought Corral went to. No, it was Ritter. Ritter went to Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you pin your hopes on Corral or not?
He's good. I mean, he was good in college. I know college and NFL is totally different, but why not give him hope? Look at Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett gave Pittsburgh a lot of hope, and look what he did over there. Maybe Corral can do the same thing.
Competition.
That's true.
There was a competition. So, do you bring in a rookie to compete with Corral?
No, because I think hands down that's going to be Corral's team.
It's not going to cost you anything.
Corral's in his second year of his contract, so it's not really costing nothing either.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking if you bring in a rookie quarterback.
I'm not Carolina's owner or GM, so we gotta leave that to them. Leave it to them. I can't talk for them. So.
Okay, big shot. And how is the division going to pan out?
I've already told you, Lions going to win that division.
And you guys are going to be number 2.
Yep. Bears going to be number 3, and Green Bay's going to be last.
I don't know if I agree with those last 2.
So you really think with Aaron Rodgers, if he's going to go to the Jets, you really think Green Bay is going to beat Chicago to get 3rd place?
I think they still have some good pieces in Green Bay. They still have a heck of a running game.
But you can't run the ball the whole time though.
You know what? We'll come back to that after the draft.
All right, guys. So with another showdown, I want to know you guys' feedback for today's talk. Email us, comment at thirddownwithmorganholder@gmail.com. That's third down, 3RD down with Morgan Holder at gmail.com. Like, subscribe to our YouTube page, Third Down with Morgan Holder, as well Twitter and Facebook, Third Down with Morgan Holder. I mean, we was had a lot of comments coming in during the season, and now all of a sudden you guys are just fading out. I don't know what's going on, guys. I miss those comments. I miss them.
Well, you didn't read any of them.
We had a couple during the season.
You need to read them, too.
We had a couple during the season that I read, but Like everybody's fading off right now.
I don't care if it's hate mail. I want you to read those.
Oh, I don't want to read hate mail.
With access to our listeners, and our viewers, the fans. You need to get up your high horse, Mr. P22.
Look, I will do the ping 2 once we start getting people coming. Okay, we got nobody coming on that 2-2 pick. Because
Stop cursing and dissing fans of different teams.
hey, I didn't cuss today.
You didn't.
I didn't cuss today. But I did hate on some teams. I do apologize. I didn't hate bad. That being said, guys, I can't wait for y'all to listen next week on this great show. That being said, don't let 4th down get you.
I'm going to end it with stay penalty free, guys, and tune in next week for another great morning beatdown.